All right, thank you so much, everybody. My name's Kelly Johnson. I'm a graduate student researcher that worked on this project, the Young Adult Photo Voice Project. And I first wanted to introduce our team. We have Coco Auerswald, who's the professor at Berkeley and the primary investigator. And we have Corey Drew over here, who is our project coordinator. And then we have 3 ambassadors of our research team, Justin, Jessica, and Nick. And I'll give them a chance to present some of their work in a second. But first, I just wanted to introduce a little bit about the background of our project. So the impetus for this project came from an earlier study that Coco was doing in the 5H building, which is at 5th and Harrison, which was the first permanent supportive housing building in San Francisco for transitional age youth, and that's defined as youth between the ages of 18 and 24. And so she was doing a longitudinal study looking at the effects of permanent supportive housing on several health outcomes. And some of the preliminary findings from our study showed that despite being housed, over 70% of the youth residents still had severe food insecurity, and an additional 16 had moderate food insecurity. So we wanted to explore this issue more to find out what were some of the challenges to gaining adequate nutrition on a regular basis. And we wanted to do this from the perspective of the residents themselves, but also giving them a chance to really lead the project. So we started a Photo Voice project. For those who are not familiar with Photo Voice, it's a community-based participatory research method that combines photography and group discussion. So what we did, we had 11 participants, we had 9 participants, and we met 11 times throughout 4 months. And each week, we trained people on how to use a digital camera and the ethics and safety of taking photos. And then each week, the youth, as a group, came up with a prompt to guide photo taking. And each week, they went out and took photographs and then came back, and we had a group discussion to explore the themes in the photographs. And then throughout the course of the project, we had them choose pictures that represented the themes that they had discussed, and they wrote narratives. And we ended in a final exhibit at the San Francisco Chronicle building, which was really well attended, and several local policymakers came. So we wanted to give you guys a little taste of what our project included. So we have 3 of the photographers who will share their work, and they'll also be reading some of the other photos and the captions from the photographers who were not able to be here. So we're gonna start with Nick.
Hello. Hi, I'm Nick. I'm one of the participants of the Photo Voice Project. This is my dog, Ziggy. I took a picture of him because, to me, it's important to feed my dog before I feed myself. So the picture I took is of my dog. We just got back from the food bank, and I says, I wish my food stamps didn't get cut off. I don't know why they got cut off, so I had to go to the food bank and get all this crap. Spent all my money on dog food. My struggle's real, but no realer than anyone else's. I say that because majority of people in my situation, have to go to food banks. The food stamps don't cut it. I just came back from a doctor's appointment and found out that I have ulcers and stuff, so I have to completely change my diet with like supplements and protein shakes and stuff. Before I looked pretty skinny. I was pretty malnourished looking, but even before then, I'd still feed my dog before I ate, because it's not fair to him. He can't buy dog food or feed himself. It's got to be me that does it. And there's another picture I'm doing, right? Yes. And this is Amber Sheldon's picture. She is not here right now, but I will be explaining what's going on in this picture too. Amber is eating some food in her mouth. She chewed it up, and it's a pepperoncini, actually, the banana pepper. It looks gross, but she's enjoying it thoroughly. Amber wrote a poem, and I'll recite the poem. Salvation, we can make this last. Substitution for meal satisfaction. Defeat, the acidity hits my stomach. Warmth, it will do. Justin, oh, that's another one. So that was the end of it, but pretty gross, but she is enjoying that. Oh, and this is Jessica.
Hi, everybody. My name is Justin. I will be talking about the vending machine in our building. We have to buy our snacks instead of them just being given to us. It's bad enough to be on some type of government assistance like SSI or GA because we cannot save money. Stop using the vending machine and save money. You're basically wasting your money because sometimes the snacks doesn't come out. That's how the machine works. They take people money. That's how they make a profit off of you. There's no healthy snacks in this vending machine. It's all junk. It's just a ripoff because basically you eat hella junk and plus it might not work. So you're taking a chance with your money. Also, if you notice, there's a thief in the building and somebody's hand's small enough to reach through and grab a snack from the bottom row. That's why there's snacks in a row are missing. Somebody's stealing snacks. After we have the presentation, you can see that our pictures, the snacks is missing. And it's nothing but junk, nothing but bad stuff. I'll be reading someone else's because they didn't have time to make it today. Okay. Take it off. Okay. This is by Jade Harper. It's a broken food stamp card because it's a broken system. It's not a good or reliable way to get food. Even if you do not get the full amount, the most you can get on your food stamp card is $190. I know most people that have jobs spend at least that in 1 week, and that what we're giving a month to survive on. So to me, this picture represents the broken food stamp system. Someone who is hungry, somebody who needs some people in their living and surviving, but obviously not getting enough. So as you can see, there's a food stamp card with someone probably a little underweight. The card has tape on it. Then it just shows you, how broken, the food stamp system is. Like 1 month you might get your full benefits. The next month you might get $0, like it can happen so fast, life changed so fast in the government, in the food stamp system and government assistance. So it's not really a reliable source of income. Thank you.
Where's? Sorry, sweetie. Go ahead and put it there. Thank you. Jessica, there you go.
Hi, good morning. My name is Jessica. My photo isn't of food, but of the price to live. Clean your plate. What can you buy for $1? Will it fill you up? Why does a piece of paper made out of a tree, which gives us air to breathe, have an imaginary value that rules everything we do or don't? And if we get what we need, why don't we rethink price and see through greed? So many live in abundance, while so many live in need. A piece of paper makes so many feel better than some who just need a place to lay their head. It's time to be human beings and not soulless things. We together will thrive, but a world ruled by such hatred and greed, I fear what the future brings. Thank you.
I'm proud of you. Okay, and then the last one, Josh, sorry. Where's Josh's? I'm sorry, folks. Let's bring that one over. Yeah, let's just bring that one over. Yeah, Josh's is not around. Kelly, do you have Josh's?
Where is Josh's?
I think it's
Yeah, here we go. Wonderful.
Nick?
That's okay. So this is a photo by Jessica Cipriani. And this is, the mic. I need the mic. Oh, I'm holding it. How about that? It's like, where's my phone? Where are my glasses? This is a photo by Jessica Cipriani. This is spaghetti and a sandwich. This is something I did years ago when I was still a child. I mixed up a bunch of different foods, a bunch of foods that wouldn't go together, that now go together. It means it could technically be leftovers. Now it's something good, something that may not have been there. It's innovation, the MacGyver of sandwiches. I made a sandwich out of spaghetti. It is making the best out of what you have and creating a meal and putting it together, and it's filling. So it's a good way to get full over maybe not that much food. Hooray. And then let's bring this one as our last photo. Hooray. Hooray. And then, here we go. Do you want to read this one?
I don't mind. This one is by Josh. I don't know his last name. The man in this picture represents not one person, but everybody who has looked in the dumpster. There's a whole community of people that dumpster dive, and they don't eat everything but trash because people throw away whole loaves of bread. Half loaves of bread is gonna go bad in a day. These people go out and find it. There's a whole community of them. They live everywhere in major cities in America. They take the trash that people aren't eating and they eat them. They even have families and feed their families. As America in general, we are very wasteful. We don't think that this could be food for this guy. We throw it away. We throw away a whole sandwich thinking I'm not gonna eat it. He was dangling in the compost bin to try to eat somebody's throat. He's dangling in a compost bin to try to eat. Somebody threw it away and he thinks that's good enough for him. Pretty much, it doesn't matter if you've been homeless or are just not able to pay the rent. You're done this at least once.
Thank you, Justin.
Yeah.
Great.
So as you can see, is a man, African American, inside of a compost bin, basically on the side of the Harrison Street, eating out the garbage. Must be a lot of good stuff in there because I see a loaf of bread at the top, and yeah, he must be hungry, sad.
Thank you, Justin. There were a couple other really important themes in the photos, including the use of ramen noodles and lots of pets. So I would like to thank our participants, my co-PI, Emily Ozer, and the team that was introduced, our project photographer, and also the art space in the Chronicle building that hosted our photo exhibit, Intersection for the Arts. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Coco and the whole team. This is really special for all of you to come today. We really appreciate your involvement, and it's really an excellent project. Thanks. Very important. So I guess since we're all turned this way, we can wrap it up this way. If there are a couple of questions, we just have time for very little, and then we want to close with, yeah, sure. For anybody in the team?
Do you have a new venue for these?
Do we have a new venue for the photos? Not officially. We don't have funding to do another exhibit right now, but we're open to suggestions. Right.
Thanks so much to all of you. It was really a great presentation. I'm wondering how the project affected you guys by participating in it. Did anything change?
What do you guys want to say?
For me personally, it opened up my eyes to other people in my community, particularly in my building, that I'm not the only one with my own struggle. Everybody else has their own personal struggles, and it also opened my eyes to other people in my community that do care about how we are doing, and also showed me that there is help out there and people that are interested in helping us.
Personally, it made me, kind of like he said, become more aware of other people and realize that if we just try to get what we want, maybe somebody else is going without. So if we check on everybody and we all make sure we're all okay, we can be a community and actually help each other instead of being one person happy and everybody else is sad. And it also helped me pursue my photography and selling it and trying to make that a career.
I learned a lot from just, going to the workshops and, listening. And even though I took a photography class when I was a lot younger in high school, I believe that this Photoshop really helped me out with learning how to be creative and take better pictures. And ever since I started, I've been in the class, I completed, I've been really working on my photography, and I take the best pictures now. It's unbelievable. It just makes me feel bad that to see a lot of people out there starving, doing worse than some of us. We took these pictures. Everybody in there goes through everybody in this picture goes through their own little financial issue. One of us might not have food stamps, the other one might have a job, the other one might be getting SSI or something like that, or one of us might be, outside panhandling. So I just feel I think the government for being able to put food stamps out there for people that need them, and I appreciate Food Runners and them and all the other companies that save food instead of just throwing them in a dumpster, and really bringing it to these homeless shelters and youth programs and feeding these people, because we need a lot more programs like that, and need a lot more resources to feed young adults and seniors. So I'll be looking forward, to seeing a lot of that in the, upcoming years. Thank you.